Episode number 417. My turn, said Athos, himself trembling as the land trembles at the sight of the serpent. My turn. I married that woman when she was a young girl. I married her in opposition to the wishes of all my family. I gave her my wealth, I gave her my name. And one day I discovered that this woman was branded, this woman was marked with a fleur de reliance on her left shoulder. Oh, said Milady, raising herself, I defy you to find any tribunal which pronounced that infamous sentence against me. I defy you to find him who executed it. Silence, said a low voice. It is for me to reply to that. And the man in the red cloak came forward in his turn. What man is that? What man is that? Cried Milady, suffocated by terror, loosening itself, and rising above a livid countenance as if alive. All eyes were turned towards this man, for to all except Athos he was unknown. Even Athos looked at him with as much stupefaction as the others, for he knew not how he could in any way find himself mixed up with the horrible drama then unfolded. After approaching Milady with a slow and solemn step, so that the table alone separated them, the unknown took off his mask. Milady for some time examined with increasing terror that pale face, framed with black hair and whiskers, the only expression of which was icy impassibility. Then she suddenly cried, "Oh, no, no!" rising and retreating to the very wall. "No, no! It is an infernal apparition! It is naughty! Help, help!" screamed she, turning towards the wall, as if she would tear an opening with her hands. "Who are you, then?" cried all the witnesses of this scene. "Ask that woman," said the man in the red cloak, "for you may plainly see she knows me." "The executioner of Lille, the executioner of Lille!" cried Milady, a prey to insensate terror, and clinging with her hands to the wall to avoid falling. Everyone drew back, and the man in the red cloak remained standing alone in the middle of the room. "Oh, Grace, Grace, pardon!" cried the wretch, falling on her knees. The unknown waited for silence, and then resumed, "I told you well that she would know me. Yes, I am the executioner of Lille, and this is my history." All eyes were fixed upon this man, whose words were listened to with anxious attention. That woman was, once a young girl, as beautiful as she is today. She was a nun in the convent of the Benedictines of Templeme. A young priest, with a simple and trustful heart, performed the duties of the church of that convent. She undertook his seduction, and succeeded. She would have seduced a saint. Their vows were sacred and irrevocable. Their connection could not last long without ruining both. She prevailed upon him to leave the country, but to leave the country, to fly together, to reach another part of France, where they might live at ease, because unknown, money was necessary. Neither had any. The priest stole the sacred vases, and sold them, but as they were preparing to escape together, they were both arrested.